The water early.
Yeah, they don't want to give up a couple. This is Sheedy with the hand pass, although a little bit hot footy at the moment. Jets have it. Going down low was Skara and deemed to be caught holding the ball.
Really?
He's a key in. He gets it across. Not sure that was the most intended kick. That one certainly wasn't. Turnover. Although it ricochets back to Sheedy. Sheedy's in space. Into the centre square. And spots up Binder.
Could not have been better. He didn't panic. He took a couple of steps. He put it in front of Binder. And Binder should finish the first goal of the day for the Raggies, and he does.
He does. Beautifully called. Both sides are on the board, and the supporters can just breathe that they're underway. Rumour has it that's Flinders Park's hat-trick of premierships in the C grade. C4, Woodville South beats Smosh by 32. C5, Hope Valley over Pulteney by 26. And C6, Adelaide Lutheran over Elizabeth by 5 points. That would be other Lutherans.
Just couldn't hold it up.
Nick Stewart got the clearance, kicks inside forward 50. Tackle holding the ball. And the Raggies D, having given up a goal in the first 20 seconds, have looked pretty solid since. And that was a little bit uglier than it probably should have been.
Oh, how's
Talk
the
about
bounce?
bounce of the footy though.
Oh my
the
goodness.
Raggies are on here. Darker. Meanwhile, Athelstone will get the clearance momentarily. Oh, some good work there, ground level. Gets the kick across to Chanella, who stops props, looking for somewhere to go inside 50, going for Binder. Had front position, kept his feet, goes the snap, but the angle too tight. Favouring Athelstone. That's not really helping the Jets at the moment again. Matt Glenn with the kick. And he finds Swift. Swift wants to try and use the corridor. The Athelstone player ran under the ball. But Athelstone again. Here's Westover's going to try again. Binder at ankle height. Was he pushed in the back? Yeah, I saw it. Everyone saw it, including the umpire. And probably a little bit of a silly one because the ball was gone. Push or no push, Binder wasn't going to get that.
First goal, we'll see if he can back it up with the second.
Binder comes in, looks good, he salutes. And a nice settler for Athelstone. They're all going to need a drink at quarter time. Great shepherd off the ball by Athelstone. That enabled Glenn to send it forward. It bounces nicely for Swift. His kick finds a target inside 50. Back to the runner, Binder, who has the luxury of a bounce. Too much time to think about it, and he missed the lot. We've seen to a goal that ended up not being one. As the kick in is marked by Nerton, who comes in. A nice short kick to the man in Randa, who you mentioned.
There's
50
our man.
goals.
Yeah, there's our man. He's just an excellent forward. Luke Randa did very well in Division 1 last year as well. Showed that he could match it with the best players in amateur league football.
Yeah, I know how
They're
they
due for a
feel.
drink.
Long kick from the Jets. Big fly from behind. Oh, good ricochet by the Raggies. Target found in Norton, who's going to get a shot. It's the toughest of all shots because it's right on 50 and he's right on the boundary line. Couple of Jet supporters, I assume, come over to put off. Norton's kick is right there! And on the bell, no, after the bell, the Raggies hit the front for the first time this afternoon.
What a It's interesting they've gone away from Randa, the Raggies. I thought he was doing a very good job in the ruck. Oh, that's a nice step through that one.
Sheedy to Glenn. Athelstone will get a centre clearance. Point lead. And I think we're at a moment in the match where Athelstone needs to score the next one. They will get the tap. They will get the clearance through Cook. Would really put the pressure on. But no, it is Athelstone with the clearance. Again into some space.
Oh, well played.
And beautiful one-on-one work there to get the clearance. 2-on-1 contest. Oh. That great play earlier by the boundary was from Sam Tarker.
I'm not sure I agree with that free kick call. That was just a good hard contest. Kerr did well going back with the fly. That's captain's act.
And in the end, San Germano's taken a critical mark for the Raggies. Goes downfield, finds Cook. Cook into the middle. This is Nerton. There's an open man if he can get the bounce, which he does, to Clues. Got it on his boot. A much needed one for the Raggies.
Last 5, they're just finally starting to hit those kicks that they haven't been able to thus far. Although that's not a great kick.
Tries to find where there's a numeric advantage. Sheedy was front square, just got toe tapped a little bit. Got the hand pass away. This is Nerton again, he's been critical.
Oh!
And again he finds a target, this one with the mark. Two of those. From 40 out, straight in front, right down King William Street. And the Raggies have back-to-back goals and they have their 5th and we're back to a 12-point game.
Numbered them around the subs. I think there's a free kick being given away.
I think you're right.
I can't work out what that was for. We didn't see it live. Might be able to pick it up on the replay.
12 points is the margin. It's a gettable goal. But this is a very different kind of day. Does it stay in? It does! Chanella has his first. The Raggies have gone back to back to back for Athelstone. Binder with 2 singles to Chanella, Cluse and Randa. Haven't been able to get a score for you
I've
there.
got a score for you actually.
Well done.
Ross Trevor, 10 goals 8, are up at half time to Paynham 7 goals 4. So a Ross Trevor PAC Div 1 Grand Final on the cards at the moment.
Oh, the Brain Bowl. It could be the Brain Bowl between the two old scholars there. Unley were doing well of just gaining 15, 20 metres with each stoppage now. Sheedy will get it forward. This is to Randa, who worked his opponent under the ball. He goes forward to Cluse. Already has a goal this afternoon.
We've already seen 1 goal from this exact spot as well.
Yes.
The no-looker out the back.
Almost too good. Not expected by the teammate. Kick inside 50. Strong mark, San Germano.
We've loved his game.
As he set up his teammate, though, and Davies. Ricochets back to the Raggies, looking for Binder, edge of the centre square. Now they're on the run. Binder will kick into space. Will it sit? No, it won't. So
Never gave it a chance.
So San Germano is walking around, as mentioned. Athelstone, it's 18 on 17 at the moment. As it's Henry Stevens. So you wonder if Athelstone sort of need to play keepings off while they got the man disadvantage. But at the moment they're not showing it because there's some brilliant work from Westover.
Binder's
to
out.
To Binder, 1-on-1. Can't take it now. Here's all the blue of Unley. Binder. You don't need to come off through the interchange gate.
That's a good pickup. That's a very good pickup.
I was about to say, surely not. As it is Chanella. Chanella gets it forward for the Raggies. It's with Randa, who's looking for opportunity. He's got one. This is Jake Westover, who's been busy the last minute. The crowd is urging him to go. He overcooked Binder.
Players and officials and supporters. John Kernahan does a fantastic job.
So Cook to Swift to Rogers. Overdone it. Now it's Unley on the fast break. Taking off, taking 3 bounces.
What a chase from Kyle Durden.
Andrew Cabaz looking for Ryan. He's not having the best half in his centre half forward. I think Glenn has had his measure for it. And Athelstone on the rebound.
Kick those 4 quick goals in the second quarter. They've already shown they can do that. They'd back themselves to come back from definitely from this margin, maybe even a couple more. One here would be nice though.
Kick finds Radetti, whose kick now finds their on. Here the Raggies to Randa. Here's the bounce of Durden inside 50. He decides not to have the shot. Gets the hand pass away back to Durden. Open goal, Beckett! And the Raggies have their first of the second half. 7-4-46. Mercedes 9-3-57. Bounce at the 50-metre arc of the Jets. He's back in action, San Germano.
Too good. Too good.
Whatever hit he copped, either knocked some sense into him or had no effect. That kick. Working very hard on it. was Ryan. And look, I always... Sorry, that was Blake Harris who was found holding the ball. Always just like that. He was the one going for it, battling for it. As soon as he touches it, someone tackles him. Well, yeah. His opponent by the boundary line. Suddenly no one can pick up the football. On that occasion it was Petch who couldn't get it for the Jets. The Raggies go forward once again.
Oh!
Bingo! And Athelstone Nation rise as one!
Was anticipating more contact than came.
Here's the moment. We've got ourselves a one-goal footy game. Athelstone get back-to-back again. They go to 8-4-52. And is there an FAD downfield? No, there's not. It's an inside 50 ball. Who wants it? Who's going to go and get it over the shoulder? It's going to be Sheedy with the shot. And for the last 6-7 minutes, they finally just found a way to convert due to an individual act of brilliance. Now Sheedy from just inside 50. And the Raggies hit the front. 2 goals in 90 seconds. We've ticked over 25 minutes. And just like they did in the first...
The big Raggies chant goes up around the stadium.
We're into the chanting zone now. Now it's Unley needing the next one. That was Scara tackled. Holding the ball. It's all the Raggies' way. They get the play on.
Oh!
They're getting the strong marks. They're playing with pace. Binder! From Randall. They've only really led once. That was by a point at quarter time on the siren. Binder comes in and slots his fourth. It's a 7-point margin. Have a forward target. And Unley, it's pretty much, well, I guess Holiday is the Jets forward target. Freeman, I think, who's taken the mark. It is. They'll go with the kick to attacking 50. San Germano is back. He was best on ground last week in the Raggies win in the prelim against Sacred Heart.
It's going to go close today if they get up. Order, just judging from the wind at where we're sitting.
And that was a worm burner kick and it was touched. Sent forward again by Duval, who's up for it. And in the end, the man in white for Athelstone. Seem happy just to settle things down here. They were in a rush a while back, but I guess now they have the lead, not so. Spills to Sheedy. Sheedy, well, he had a shepherd if needed,
What a kick.
Brilliant place kick.
Binder is
And
on.
now,
that was unexpected, that one.
Yeah.
25 out in the slight angle.
you could understand the miss for a behind. Now can the Raggies take advantage? It's been down that end of the ground a bit and only really have not converted the opportunities and field position to points. It's with Clues. Mins, he didn't go for the contest. That sets up Westover, who failed at his last attempt. Gets it to Tarka, has the runner, draws the player. This is Stewart.
That's what we want.
Stewart puts it in front of Binder. Will it sit? No, it won't. And it's down their end of the field. Well, I think there were 2 ruckmen. There wasn't a third man up on that occasion. Just 2 Raggies went for it.
Oh!
And I'll tell you what,
What a
Randa,
goal!
forget Binder.
That was Randa.
It was Randa, that's what I'm saying. Forget Binder's highlights. Luke Randa has just pulled off the goal of the day.
Down in the annals, that one. The crowd recognising the significance as well and just exploding when that goal went through.
Kick forward, Clues is marked. What might do here with some smart play. Taps it forward, is a contest. In the end, Kabaz went for the contest and not the ball, and there's carnage at the third of a kick inside 50.
2 players down and hurt behind play.
No, here's the escape back. Here's your chance. Here's your chance. And Davids converts. And you get the feeling that the Raggies have got a finger on the cup. Ball here.
Yeah.
They're just swapping players over. They're going to have one behind the ball, the Raggies, based at centre half back. Unley have an extra, a bit of calmness to Mins. Mins goes right down the corridor. San Germano! I'm sure he's not 6 foot, but so you think the Dolphins are almost there. Speaking of which, there it is! Davies, I reckon he sealed it. Every reaction on field, Athelstone Nation tells you that they think they've got D's 9-5-59. Textbook stoppage play and great conversion by Davies.
Oh, just clutch from Davies. From Athelstone, the Raggies chant just drowns us out. And I think their supporters can take a lot of credit.
Territory now. As mentioned, 1 goal in the second half. Goalless in the final quarter. Binder touched. He's going to have his shot. Still a...
Oh, it's going to be a mark.
He's off. We've talked about the bounce of the ball.
Just soak this in. You don't get the chance to do this very often.
His goal 15 minutes ago was absolutely critical in breaking the deadlock of the final quarter. Breaking Unley hearts. Had so much of it early.
I think if we look back at the story of the game and the game in its entirety, that goal is what sticks out. It's just a moment.
A mighty roar very shortly. Aaron Stewart comes in and delivers the knockout fly. Max Amber Sportsfield.
Luke Randa had some really crucial moments. We've spoken about him ad nauseum, but
here they go
here we go again.
Radetti to Clues, has the loose player.
Give it to Binder.
This is Glenn.
Oh.
Glenn's going for the long distance call.
Oh, the
It's
bounce.
A great bounce and a bounce to Binder. Oh, there's your day in a nutshell.
He missed it. He missed it.
The lead.
Yeah.
And I just wonder at this level, is it something similar that only have 2 flags to celebrate, an awesome year to celebrate, a promotion to celebrate, short today. Hopefully they'll find something positive to enjoy tonight.
I couldn't agree more. It's a disappointing end to the season, but they should be very happy with the way they performed.
But in the end, couldn't do it. Because today, it's Raggies to riches. Athelstone storm back to the big league with their first flag in 23 years. Your Adelaide Football League Division 2 premiers are the Athelstone Football Club.
Congratulations, Raggies. Look at that. Look, that's what it means to people. We've got a lot of older people up in the stands here with us, just enjoying the moment, soaking this in. This kind of stuff doesn't happen very often. Congratulations.
Unley Mercedes Jets 9-7-61. I'll get you to just talk about the game briefly, Eddie. I'm just going to quickly go around and see if I can find the other scores before we sign off.
Yeah, so it just kind of felt like in the first quarter, Athelstone were hanging.
A great season, Div 1, and renovations to come.